I've been so busy that I bet y'all are like, wait a minute. I thought the Black Speeds video was gonna be first. He's normally first. Ren normally sees his shit first. We're not talking about Knox and all these other people that he collab with. We talking about the regulars, the no names. Like, let me stop talking shit about myself, bro. I'm that boy. Like, so anyway, I've been busy, so I'm a little delayed. I'm just a little delayed. I'm still getting the video out though. I'm still moving quick with it. I remember I had somebody in the comments that went, hey, it's so funny when reactors say they're late and they'll just be like 2 hours behind and they'll be like, bro, it'll be a week before I listen to the song. Hey, listen, this is my livelihood. this is my side hustle. So let's get in this. For everybody who's not new to my community, for everybody who's not new, they know that my son was diagnosed with autism as a super youngin'. Now, like, you meet him and you wouldn't really know. You know, he has these moments. You can see he has his tails and he has these quirks that pop out, and it's like, there it is. But everybody knows that's my little man. He has the cutest, prettiest, most empathetic brain on the entire planet, and I wouldn't change it for nothing. Everybody else should change to understand him. And so you got a song called Neurodivergent, bro. Get out of here. You know I had to get in it. You know I had to get in and give my little 2, 3, 8 cents. So without further ado, let's get into it. Ren, Chris Webby, the Inpatient crew, Neurodivergent. Let's lock in. Typical.
Stay calm, boy. My thoughts are burning like the napalm. I think I need to get away from this noise. I hate the places that I came from. Destroy and burn a message from the preacher. Subliminal out the speaker. Kill. I never paid attention either. There's something strange about my demeanor. Don't feel pity for this sick boy. I've been sitting pretty with prescriptions, flipping stimulants and edibles. It's medicine, cerebellum, repairable, tweaking the biochemical, peaking. I'm feeling incredible. But wait a second, need dopamine. My focus goes to raw smoke machine. Precursor birth from L-tyrosine. And my racetrack doors very psycheding. Deciphering maybes I might have been. Aspirating, Fibonacci, Vicodin. The Thailand, Kawasaki, ninja thing. I bring torpedo, begin and go, off-script status quo.
Wait, hold on. He was spitting there. Hold on. He said, but wait a second. Hold on.
Stimulants and edibles, it's medicine, cerebellum, repairable, tweaking the biochemical, peaking. I'm feeling incredible. But wait a second, need dopamine. My focus goes to raw smoke machine. Precursor birth from L-tyrosine. And my racetrack doors very psychedelic. Deciphering maybes I might have been. Aspirating, Fibonacci, Vicodin. The piloting, Kawasaki, ninja thing. I bring torpedo, begin and
that's fire. Spiraling, Fibonacci, big top.
Quo, car twisted, the road, top lip split, explode, misfit, don't fit. What makes a person? Neurodivergent. Sick for certain.
Neurodivergent.
They told me I was broken. Nothing but a defect in my head.
Hey, come
Said
on,
that
Chris.
I was hopeless. Just a fucking reject hanging on by a thread. But after all the pills that they got me, it turned me to a zombie. So welcome to the dawn of the dead. In the handicap spot, just to see that doctor. And this is what he said. Yeah, he said.
You know, it's interesting because that's a line that I would just want to call out real quick, because when you hear someone say neurodivergent today, the first thing that I would argue that people think of is autism. When you tell them that you're on the spectrum or that you're neurodivergent, today, 2026, I think most people go straight to autism. They don't even think about ADHD. They don't think about any of the other, like bipolar. They don't think about any of the other mental health conditions or labels that we've put on kids and adults. They go straight to autism. So when I'm listening to this song and he's talking about the pills and the medicine and all these different things that they put on them and they prescribe them to kind of make them zombie and brain dead, I didn't have that experience because my son was diagnosed with autism. He was high functioning autism, and there were no pills. There were no medicines. I was very fortunate and very happy with the fact that, one, we had a diagnosis. We could understand why he was nonverbal. He was nonverbal since he was like 4 years old. And he didn't, like he was like doing sign language and making noise and making motions, but you didn't really know what he was saying. He was prescribed therapy. It was ABA, occupational, physical. Like, it was just a lot of aggressive therapies. Like, that boy had a full-time job just going to therapy. It was like 40 plus hours a week. It was insane. It was like a second job, taking him there, learning all the different materials, and then picking him up. Like, you had to be there all day, every day to really like just get a grasp on what he was learning. So I appreciate this song so much for just talking about the ins and outs of not just what being on the spectrum means and what being neurodivergent means, but as someone like me who was neurodivergent adjacent, like I'm just by proxy. I'm not on the spectrum, but I've surrounded myself over the years with either adults who are on the spectrum who have been diagnosed with being neurodivergent or raising a son who is neurodivergent. And just the dismissiveness of the healthcare industry in general is already bullshit, but the dismissiveness of the moment that your son, your daughter, your friend, your family member is diagnosed with anything on a spectrum, it's kind of appalling. And I'm just gonna give a shout out to my doctors and my nurses, and especially the therapists who have been very kind and very understanding. I think it's just the way that the world is now. I think that we're becoming, if not already, more open to neurodivergent people and to people who are being, or just people who are newly diagnosed with being neurodivergent. But I feel so bad and I feel so strongly for people, 80s, 70s, 90s, early 2000s who are still understanding it. And all they did was just get a slap on the wrist, get a pill, and were told to just calm the fuck down. You were spanked or given medicine. And it's like, I'm just so happy that we're gone of that days. I couldn't imagine my son being diagnosed and all I gave him was discipline and a firm hand. Like, I just can't imagine medicine, a firm hand, and discipline. You'll be all right. I just love where we're at right now, that songs like this bring awareness, that more people are speaking out about it, that the healthcare industry is trying. I'll give them some credit, I guess. They're trying to understand it more, and that there are more loving people in these therapist fields, especially in ABA. So shout out to all of y'all, and shout out to Chris and Ren for bringing awareness to it. Now, on another note, hey, Chris, you singing your ass off, bro. You were singing your absolute ass off on this song. Normally, when I hear these songs, I go straight to Ren, and I'm like, all right, Ren, show me what you got, bro. Let me hear them vocals. Let me hear that. Let me just hear that ready for you, Ren. Like, I'm so ready to hear you sing, bro. And then, Chris, you've been showing out. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You've been showing out on these tracks, man. Shout out for y'all's collab, because I think, Chris, you even more than Ren. I'm gonna be honest. I think that Ren is in such a stratospheric era right now. I think that his ascension to stardom is so inevitable and monumental. I think that even though the sky is a limit for him, I really feel like you, Chris, have so much potential that I don't see many people talking about. Your fandom, proportionately, I think it's going to explode much more than Ren's even. Whereas I feel like every other person I see in the indie space is talking about Ren. Your name is about to be in this conversation. Maybe I'm just out the loop. Maybe I'm just like, I don't know. But nobody that I knew was really telling me to listen to that new Chris Webby. Shame. Because brother, you're it. You're it, my dude. Like, so maybe I'm just late. Maybe it's the company I keep. Maybe it's the fandom. Like, it kind of took us a while to get here. But what I'm saying all that to say your potential to skyrocket and 80 million X is about to happen. Because you're crushing these collabs, dude. Like, you really are.
So welcome to the dawn of the.
But I want to hear your part. I want to hear your part again.
Defect in my head said that I was hopeless. Just a fucking reject hanging on by a thread. But after all the pills that they got me, it turned me to a zombie. So welcome to the dawn of the dead. In the handicap spot, just to see that doctor. And this is what he said. Yeah, he said I got a touch of autism. Piece of my puzzle is missing while the attention.
I'm sorry, I keep pausing. Y'all know I don't pause that much. Actually, I'm not sorry. Kiss my ass. Piece of the puzzle missing. Shout out in the comments. Everybody in the comments right now, if you were here when I first said, and then later on when I talked about a piece of a different puzzle, the poem that I wrote my son. Shout out to you if you've been here. That's fire. Shout out. Hey, Chris, come on, bro. Work with me.
Got a touch of autism. Piece of my puzzle is missing while the attention deficit disorder tunnels my vision. But see, this world's an asylum and shit. We all in the system. And our sanity's the motherfucking cost of admission. You see that glitch in the algorithm? That's me. Don't fit in the crowd. I lift the boundary. Going sick, let it out and flip. They found me with a misfit round. So bitch, allow me to show 'em what I came to do. Shut the blinds and keep the noise down. Cause it's about time to let them all into a madman's mind. Not well, but hell, I feel fine. Go, whoa, off script state. This whoa, got twisted.
I like that verse.
Whoa, top lip split, explode, whoa, misfit, don't fit. Whoa, what makes a person? Whoa, neurodivergent. Whoa, sick for certain. Whoa, neurodivergent.
on, brother. Watch him shred. Watch him murder this. Hey, show us what's up, boy. Look at her. Oh, y'all nasty. Oh, y'all filthy. Y'all filthy.
Shrinks in psychiatry. Don't mind my anxiety. Or my non-sobriety. Doctors lining up to lie to me. Speak too much, they try to silence me.
Yeah.
Just a product of society. Well, that's fine with me.
As it should be. As it should be. Speak too much, they try to silence me. I like that. I like that. I like that. Speak too much, they try to silence me. Yeah, they always do. The irony. You got kids in here coming up nonverbal, and yet the moment you start talking, they immediately want to throw all these diagnoses and medicines at you just to re-silence you after finally finding your voice and speaking. It's a joke, bro. It's a joke, man. Hey, shout out to y'all. This song, and I think I already left a comment on it too. I think I already left a comment about it, but this song, I love this song so much more for the message than the music itself. I love this song so much for what you're trying to convey and the message that you're trying to give people, especially to people like me who aren't neurodivergent. And I keep harping on that point because I am a fan of calling out, and I love when other people call out who you think the song is actually for versus what you think the song is for. It would be very easy for someone who doesn't understand to listen to the song and go, hey man, this is for all the neurodivergent people out there. This song is for us. This is so that you know not to ever think that you think different, that the way that you think is wrong, that you need to conform to the world, that the world just needs to conform to you. All that's great. All that's cool. We say that shit all the time. That's fine. What I want to think that this song is about is talking to people who don't understand neurodivergency, people who don't understand what it's like to be on the spectrum, and then giving that perspective to show them what you go through as someone who is neurodivergent. Let me say actually an interesting take. This isn't a hot take. It's an interesting take. I would think someone who is neurodivergent, they're going to get something very different from this song and maybe not even as impactful than someone who is not neurodivergent. And let me explain what I mean by that. I would think that if I was neurodivergent and I listened to this song, the number one thing that I would express and feel is I feel heard, and this is amazing, and I'm so happy for you making this song. This is exactly what it feels like. You're right. I am strong. Thank you. I am hearing this song and I'm going, wow, this is what it feels like to be inside your head. This is what you all think about. This is what you're all maybe tormented with. This is what you feel like when you're being looked at. This is what it feels like to be dismissed. This is what it feels like when you don't feel part of a group. This is what it feels like when you're cast aside. This is what you all are going through. I didn't know that. That's really shitty. This is what it's like all the time. But see, like, that's what I'm trying to harp on. Like, and that's what I'm trying to get at. These songs lately that you all have been suggesting and that I've been listening to, it is very easy for me to go, oh, I feel heard, so the song is about me. I want more people to listen to these songs who it's not for and to get something out of it. That is how true change happens. I say the same thing in all these feminist songs that I've been listening to lately. Every single one. One of the main things that I say is men need to listen to those songs. Women already know the deal. They already got it. They feel impactful and they feel strong and they feel empowered. Like, all of that is great. I would argue that if I had a conversation with a lot of them though, if I asked them, do they feel hopeful that something will change tomorrow? I would argue that a lot of them would say no, because men need to listen to those songs in order for them to feel hopeful. Men need to start getting up here and saying all the changes and all the differences that they want to make and all of the different ways that the song has changed them, etc., etc. That is kind of how I feel when I listen to songs like this. Is I want people who don't understand neurodivergency, who don't understand what it's like to feel what someone with autism goes through, what someone with ADD goes through. It must be so nice that you're just calm, cool, and collected all the time. They don't have that choice. The brain don't work that way. And you should understand that, because your neighbor, your coworker, your friend, your colleague, that person down the street, they're probably going through this in silence because they know your ignorant ass don't understand it. So that's what I want these songs to impact. So that's mainly what I'm getting at when I'm saying that. Now, all of that aside, incredible, man. Just incredible message, dude. And I'm telling you, maybe it's my bias. Maybe someone is going to hear this message and hear my soapbox for the last 10 minutes, and they're going to sum it up to, you only think that way because your son is autistic. That's probably right. That's probably right. I have an affinity, an appreciation, an understanding and a love for people who are neurodivergent because of what I have now seen. I had no idea up until the age of 26, 27 maybe, what being on the spectrum meant. I didn't understand it. I don't even know if any of my friends were on the spectrum. You can imagine now I've gone back in time and I've gone back in the archives of my brain going, holy shit, that person was probably autistic. like, oh my God, they were probably expecting me to be so much more patient with them, you know? And it's hard to not want to play that game when you want to undo all the things that you maybe did to a person because of your ignorance. But maybe it is because I have just this affinity for people on the spectrum, because now I have 7 years worth of education and understanding it, especially from a parental standpoint. That's a whole different ball game. That's a whole different level of care. But I say all this to say, I really just appreciate this entire Inpatient project and just the entire messaging and attitude of your mental health does not define you. I said that in my song Chemo. Go check it out, y'all. Shameless plug. I said this in my song Chemo. Ren says this time and time again. He brought it up in Crutch, which is still one of my North Star Ren songs. Whatever you were told you have, whatever affliction or condition you were told you have, whatever someone has said what you will amount to be is not to be. This entire Inpatient project is just a constant call to action and call to battle of, you are better than you think you are. You are worth so much more than you think you are. You are not your condition. You are not your label. You are not your autism. You are not your neurodivergency. And even if you were, who gives a fuck? It is whatever you say it is. And I don't want this message to be, oh, me being neurodivergent is a bad thing. No, you being neurodivergent is you being unique, and your uniqueness is not something that should be cast out. And that is the overarching message, one of many that I like that this whole Inpatient project has been. And all while I was listening to the song, especially this one, all I was thinking about was Brad, my son. Like that's all I was thinking about. And I could just imagine how frustrating that had to have been for him to want to communicate so badly and not be able to. And the worst thing I or anyone in his life could have done is silence him further. The worst thing that someone could have done is misunderstand and dismiss and cast him out. He didn't ask for that. Like, he didn't ask for his mind to be that way. And how shitty of it would have been for me to make this already confusing time in his life worse. I just really, really, really appreciate everyone who's just constantly being an ally for people who are lost, confused, sad, unhappy, angry, frustrated, confused, and still learning and navigating their way through being neurodivergent. But also, shout out to all of y'all that are. I love the way y'all mind think. Like, in case I haven't made that clear, I love how y'all brains work. It's an enigma to me. I love it so much, bro. So many people will come in my comments and send me messages. It'll be these long ass paragraphs and they'll be like, hey man, sorry, I'm neurodivergent, but I just gotta call these 8 things out. 6 of them will be like, bro, what do you want me to do about that? And 2 of them will just be like the nicest shit in the world. And the way that they'll string it together, and then I don't know, like, I don't know how to explain it. In a world where I'm normally good at articulating things, this topic and this subject is just pure emotion. I don't know if that hasn't been made clear in this entire react and all of my stream of consciousness during this react, but it's just, I'm just filled with so much emotion, and it's just a pure emotional react and standpoint that I have listening to the song. Because the song is fire, the bars are fire, the way that Ren was twisting them words around, the metaphor for what it feels like to spiral, the way that he kicked it back to math, and then the way that he passed it to Chris, and then him talking about his upbringing with medicine and the healthcare industry, and then the way that they glued that together, then had all of these people with autism showing how awesome they actually the fuck are, and that they shouldn't worry about what people think, and they're gonna do what the fuck they want to do, stand on the desk, play that guitar, do you. I could go forever about that, but we all saw that. I want to talk about how the message of this song and the heart and the spirit of this song transcends any lyric and any sound that came out of this song. I love the essence of this song. I love the messaging and the vibe of the song, and I don't want that to change. So Ren, Chris Webby, shout out to y'all, man. I truly didn't know that y'all collabing would be this, that it would just be this consistent mental train that you'd be on, because it would have been really easy for y'all to sit here and go, let's just keep leaning on the sick topic and then let's just keep talking about that in different ways. But you're putting this really cool spin on it to go, hey, we know that I'm sick, but let me tell you everything else that comes with me being the sick boy. Let me tell you everything that comes with it, all the positives, the negatives, the joy, the trauma, the depression, the happiness, the love. Like, let me show you all of these different things. We're not just gonna stay down here. I'm gonna Jeremy bury me, shout out to my Good Place fans. I'm gonna Jeremy bury me your ass all through it. It's almost like You're neurodivergent. Let me know in the comments what y'all thought, bro. That was fire. That was awesome. I love that. That is an absolute vibe, and I just really appreciate the message. So shout out to you, Ren. Shout out to you, Chris Webby. If you see this, know that I love you. From a dad of a neurodivergent boy, you're gonna make me cry. So I'm getting the fuck out of here. I love y'all. I appreciate it. I can't even talk. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Follow your boy. Get me to 100,000. I'm almost there. Isn't that crazy? And I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Peace. That shit got hard, bro.
Cause this is a sick joke. Never sleeping, they knowin' I've been woke. Catch the melody lessons we been wrote. Like a Mario way that I hit notes. Give adaptive supporters my kinfolk. Keep it moving, my movements on 10 spokes. Every scar on my skin is a hymn note. Fuck the pressure I break and I've been ropes. And that is the truth. Keep it honest when I slide in the booth. The truth is quiet, but it shines in the proof. Copycats, I admire the spoof. Never down, only on the roof.